There's a lot going on in the world right now. Every time you open your phone, turn on the news, or scroll at social media, there's something new to worry about. Government shutdowns, National Guard deployments, ICE raids, crazy, outrageous crime. And for many people, it's starting to feel like chaos is like closing in. But I want to challenge you today to pause and ask yourself one question. What are you feeding your mind? I'm Cole, a licensed therapist and counselor, and I create content to help you understand your emotions, protect your peace, and build a life that actually feels good. There's a lot going on in the world right now. Every time you open your phone, turn on the news, or scroll social media, there's something new to worry about. Whether it's government shutdowns, National Guard deployments, ICE raids, crazy, ridiculous crimes. And for many people, it's starting to feel like chaos is just closing in on you. But I want to challenge you today to pause and ask yourself one question. What are you feeding your mind? I'm Cole, a licensed therapist and counselor, and I create content to help you understand your emotions, protect your peace, and build a life that actually feels good. One thing that I want you to understand after watching this video is that your mind consumes like your body does. We all understand that if you eat junk food every day, your body will eventually break down. That's how we get all types of sicknesses and diseases and people aging faster than they need to. But what most people overlook is that your mind works the same way. Every headline, every post, every argument you scroll past is a kind of mental calorie, if you will. And here's the truth. If you constantly consume fear, outrage, and negativity, you start living from fear, outrage, and negativity. You start to see danger everywhere. You start to believe that there's no point in trying. And slowly, your nervous system becomes addicted to being on edge. We all got friends or family members that continuously sends us those crazy posts that makes us feel anxious or makes us feel afraid. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is what I want you to understand. Fear doesn't just make you anxious, it shrinks your world. When your brain is in survival mode, it's not thinking creatively. It's not planning, dreaming, or building. It's just trying to get through the day. You ever felt like that? Like, damn, I'm just trying to get through the day. That's why so many people say they feel stuck right now. They're not lazy, they just flooded with chaos. Their mental space is consumed by everything that could go wrong. And when fear takes up all the room, ain't no room for growth. So this is what I call the fear loop. You consume fear-based content, your body reacts with anxiety, and that anxiety makes you crave more certainty. So you consume even more of what caused it. And before you know it, you living in a cycle of stress, exhaustion, and hopelessness. So now let's get into shifting from fear to growth. The good news is you have more control than you think. Here's how to start reclaiming your mental peace. Step one is to audit your mental diet. Ask yourself, what am I feeding my mind every day? What am I listening to? What am I looking at on my phone? What am I watching on TV? If you watch Tubi, then I'm knowing you watching some little Detroit movies that got some crazy stuff in it. So, if 90% of what you consume triggers fear or anger, it's time to rebalance and rethink that, reconsider that. Step two is to curate your input. Follow people who educate, not agitate. Like moi, go ahead, subscribe if you feeling what I'm saying right now. No, you read things that expand your mind, not shrink your spirit, and replace 20 minutes of doom scrolling. If you don't know what that is, Google it right quick, with 10 minutes of journaling and prayer. Sit with yourself. If you believe in God, talk to him, but just take that 10 minutes to meditate. And step three is to ground yourself daily. Do something that reminds your body that you're safe. Even if the world feels chaotic, you good. Things that you can do that are simple and don't take a lot of effort is to take a walk, stretch, breathe deeply, take deep breaths, spend time in nature. Just going outside helps tremendously. Peace isn't the absence of noise, it's the ability to stay centered within whatever is going on around you, however chaotic. And the fourth and final step is to reconnect to purpose. When you focus on what you can build, your goals, your family, your community, you stop reacting to the world and you start shaping your own world. Your perception is your reality. Remember that. Real talk. I'm not saying ignore what's happening in the world. If you live in a city like me, you have to keep your head on a swivel and be aware of your surroundings. Awareness is important, but awareness without boundaries becomes self-destruction. You can be informed without being consumed. You can care deeply without losing your peace. And you can prepare for the future without living in fear of it. And that balance, that emotional regulation, is what separates people who thrive in chaos from those who simply survive in it. So look, today I want you to remember this. Be mindful of what you consume, not just with your mouth, but with your mind. Because whatever you feed your thoughts becomes the fuel for your life. Choose peace over panic. Choose growth over fear. And choose to be calm in the storm, not the echo of it. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who might be struggling to find peace right now. Let's start feeding our minds with things that heal, not things that hurt. Keep showing up for yourself. That's how real change happens. Peace.